Hello and welcome to part 2 of Gran Turismo, and I'm going to quickly go straight into it. Just change my car and go straight into the race. Change car. I want to change car, yes. I hope I can use this car. Just checking if my voice was recording. Still trying to get used to the new capture software. No, garage. Have I got anything? Yes. No, that isn't. There's no way that's going to. That's not going to catch up with any cars, even though it's still the beginner series. So I'm going to go into used car dealership and just purchase a car. Alright, you can pause and read that. Remember, pause and read. Alright, so I know the car that you should buy straight away. There's no point in looking through because I know what car you should buy. It is the Honda Civic. You don't have to buy the exact same car as me, but if you're going to go exactly with what I do, then you're going to be fine, and the Civic's going to be the good car for you. But we're not just going to buy it and upgrade it a bit. I've never tried, but you could probably race it on standard and still win the championship by loads. But I'm just gonna upgrade it just because I can, and yeah, I'd rather not take the risk. But if you're willing to take the risk, then have a try, because you could probably can. But yeah, remember, pause and read. So drivetrain. No, not drivetrain. It was transmission. How much money have I got? No, I'm not going to get that. I was only going to get it because that transmission, it puts up the gears, and then it makes you so you can up the bhp you do on the gears or something like that. But I will get onto that when I actually buy it. So I'm going to buy turbocharger number 2. Yeah, some of these upgrades have to be bought in sequence, so you can't just jump to level 3. You have to buy level 1, level 2, then level 3. But you would know that because it'll come up with a warning sign saying, what am I doing? I'm gonna go to engine. I'm going to buy a sports ECU. I remember in GTA, Gran Turismo 3 and 4, you could buy like a chip. You can chip your car, like a racing chip, but you can't get this in GT5. Get that in GT5. I don't want that. I want the better one. So you don't have to get the exact upgrades as me, but if you get, like I keep saying, if you get the same upgrades as me, you're gonna do fine. But all you really need to do is just get upgrades that boost up your BHP. Right, so let's get on with this part. Well, let's get on with the main bit of this part, which is the FF Challenge, Race 1 on Suzuka Circuit East Course. So yeah, this has been done straight after part 1. And I found out I'm going to have to edit the parts because my capture device, I think it gets like when it gets to a point where it's recorded and stops and then makes a whole new recording. So it doesn't like disrupt my recording or anything, it just makes a new like video file. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to edit so I can attach those 2 videos together. But then I don't really care. I was gonna edit my videos anyway. I wasn't gonna upload them as raw recording, even though I technically could, but I'm not going to. So it doesn't matter to me. It's not. So yeah, use them as brakes, because even though there's damage in GT5, it's the first game with damage. I think. I don't know if I think GT5 Prologue had damage. I don't know. I've never played GT5 Prologue, but that was out for a couple of years because that came out years before this game came out. So I remember like watching a few reviews of the Prologue, and they're saying like this game's been out for nearly 2 or 3 years, and GTA 5 Gran Turismo 5's not even been announced. So yeah, I don't know if there was damage in GT5 Prologue, but if not, then this is the first GT game with damage. But then again, the damage is nothing serious really. You can go down a straight and hit someone at like 100 miles an hour. You're gonna lose control and hit the wall, but you're gonna get maybe your front bumpers are gonna get really scratched up at the most, which is a bit stupid, but yeah, it's kind of good that in that way, it's kind of good that they didn't have damage in the older games, because I don't know. God, I'm going off, losing control now. Because then we would just have like nearly 6, well, yeah, 6, because I know this is GT5, but there's GT 2002 concepts, so 6 games I think, probably more. There would have been 6 odd GTs with really messed up damage. But then maybe it would have been better, because if they did damage in the PS1 games, the damage would have progressed, and on GT5 the damage would have actually been realistic, unlike how it actually came out. It's nothing like realistic. I'm not saying the games aren't like realistic, the graphics are absolutely superb, so 100% better than a Forza 4. Forza 4, well, the Forza franchise is a good franchise. I like them. I've got all their games but Forza Horizon, and yeah, so I've got from Forza 1 to Forza 4. But yeah, Forza can never top the graphics of this. The graphics of Gran Turismo are just amazing. The graphics they had on the PS1 games, they're not the best now, but they were one of the best graphics on PS1 in my opinion. There probably people going, no, what are you saying? Bloody, what about Resident Evil and Final Fantasy? But I never played those games. But yeah, in my opinion, it was one of the best car game graphics. There we go. You could say that. So that's race 1 done. I'm going to quickly scoot through this because I don't have loads of time. I just thought, while I'm here, I might as well just do part 2. Same as last week, I did that. I was just there recording part 1. I finished it and I said, well, I'll do part 2, but then that's when it was lagging as hell, and I was halfway through part 2 and the laptop just went shut down. So yeah, at least yeah, I'm not going to go on about capture card. I was just about to start talking about the capture card and crap and stuff like that, but I'm not going to keep going on that because I went on most of part 1 about my capture card. This is the first nighttime race in this walkthrough. Obviously, if you've done arcade mode or online, then maybe not. But for this walkthrough, first night race. Which I think this track's in Tokyo. I can just picture the logo of the track in my head from when playing it on older games. But yeah, I think this track is in Tokyo, but I stand corrected if it isn't. Yeah, one thing that's good about GT5, some people would say, well, it's not good because they need a challenge. God, saying that now, I'm not struggling, but concentrate. Well, I'll concentrate and then carry on talking properly. Just want to get in a good lead. It's an Evo in front, isn't it? Mitsubishi Evo. Oh, I braked at the wrong time. Come on, I can beat him. Come on, I can beat him. Come on, I can get him down straight. I can get him down straight. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. That's not even an Evo, that's a bloody Renault. Don't know if you lot agreed with me it was a Renault. Agreed with me that it was an Evo, but it's a fucking Renault and it's beating me. They're awful. Even though this car's like years older than that car, this car's bloody Japanese Honda. But anyway, good lead. Carry on with what I was saying. Yeah, what's good about, like I said, what's good about GT5, and other people may say it's not, is the start of the game's quite easy, but then, in my opinion, probably only in my opinion, but some other people may agree, that the start of GT3 and 4 are not hard, but harder than this is. Don't know if anyone agrees with me, anyone that's played the older games and this game. But the start of this game is so much, it's 10 times easier. Well, not 10 times easier, but because the start of GT4 and 5, start of GT4 and 3 are easy, but just not as easy as this. But yeah, if you agree or don't agree, just leave your thoughts in the comments. I don't know why I say that, because no one will. Not that no one will put comments, but no one will comment on that. But yeah, I'm just glad I'm doing HD gameplay, well, walkthroughs now. Not that I will be stopping SD walkthroughs, but after Ratchet and Clank 2, if I do Ratchet and Clank 3 as the HD collection, not the PS2 version, then I may just cut down on PS2 walkthroughs, and maybe do one a year, or maybe just stop them. I just don't know. You never know, I may get bored of doing HD walk. Well, I'm going to have a break and go back and do a PS2 walkthrough. But you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to leave it with months without doing the Ratchet and Clank 2 walkthrough part. And I would have gone crazy on the HD, uploading HD parts. Like a part every day. Well, not that fast, but faster than I have been lately. Ouch. Yeah, faster than I have been lately. Yeah, I'm gonna go out for a nice leisurely walk after this. And then I've got to come back and do some errands or chores or whatever you would call them. But yeah, my mum's just written on a post-it note some stuff that she wants me to do while she's at work and I'm at home. And I'm gonna do them. But yeah, another race, which the Renault I don't think's in here, so we haven't got anything to worry about. There is another Honda. I think that's Honda Civic, or it could be a Honda Integra, or it could be an Acura Civic, or an Acura Integra. They're like a company that I think they bought the. I don't know if they bought the rights or I don't know. Someone could say, but Acura, I think there's a few companies. There was a company with Vauxhall, uh, Daewoo. They made a few cars that is like exactly like they made a car that is like the same as the Astra, a car that's the same as the Vauxhall Belmont. Same with Acura, they made a car that the same as the Integra, the Civic. I think as well the NSX. So I don't know how it becomes of that. I don't know if they just like buy the rights to that car and then they just release them again but in their name, or they just are like part of the company. I don't know. But yeah, they're two, Daewoo and Honda and Acura are two companies that I know of that have cars that are originally made by different companies. Yeah, there also are cars like in Japanese. I remember watching a part of Top Gear where they were showing off like Japanese like remakes of like other cars. I think it's Japanese or Korean or something like that. And they had like the BMW, I think it's X5, the 4x4, like BMW, and some like Japanese company remade it, but it just looked like they remake the cars, but it just looks so plasticky and shoddy. They just look, you just look at them, and you go, that is so fake. It's like at least Acura and Daewoo, when they made their cars, it actually looked identical to the original and the real versions of them. But then I'm not going to stereotype. I was just going to say like, well, most stuff from China or Japan is like, whenever it's cloned, it's always looks more fake than the original. That just my opinion. Well, not everything, because Japan, I think it's Japan or China. I think it is Japan or something. They're like, I remember this is probably something that anyone could probably answer because I'm the idiot, like for not remembering. But I remember someone saying to me like Japan or something. They're like so many, I think a year or so many years or so many months ahead of everyone else in technology. Like obviously they're not a year ahead. It's not like we're in 2013, they're in 2014, but they're like in terms of their technology, they've got the next generation technology before anyone else in the world has. If you get what I'm saying, probably some people know that are watching this video may know. If you do know, then just comment. But yeah, I remember someone telling me, but I didn't remember. So we're nearly at the end of this part. Alright, I don't know what I was doing now, I just froze or just lit the screen even though it wasn't loading. We're gonna see what we've won. Yeah, pause and read if you want to. On a Civic. So yeah, it's the same Civic that we bought in the used car dealership. So you might be thinking, well, I'm not going to go and buy in the used car dealership if we're just going to win it, but buy in the used car dealership because, yeah, just buy in the used car dealership. We don't have to, but just like, if you do, then I don't want, yeah, I did want to claim it. No, I thought that was the option for if I wanted to use that car at the moment. But obviously isn't. Here's the option, and no, I don't. Okay. You can sell this car. I'm not going to, but you can sell this car. But my suggestion to you, to if you're doing this or you're going along with me, is to keep as much cars that you win. Don't sell it. Only sell the ones you've got cloned. So like I've got a Civic. I've just won a Civic now. I could sell it. I'm not going to, but if you want to, you could sell it, and it wouldn't matter. But try and keep as much cars as you can because it builds up your garage. And then, because I've done it before, I've won the Yaris in the Sunday Cup, and I come to a Yaris Cup in another series, and I didn't have a Yaris, and I didn't have enough money to get one, so I had to do race like bits here and there to earn money to earn myself. But if I kept that Yaris, I would have had one. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching part two. See, and God, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, see you in part two, and good.